5. Eleanor Roosevelt. She is often regarded as the most inspiring and impactful First Lady in American history. Eleanor Roosevelt married Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1905. She advocated for New Deal policies, civil rights, and women's rights. She thought that everyone should have access to education and equal opportunity. Eleanor Roosevelt served on the board of directors of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People after her husband's demise. She was a driving force behind the founding of the United Nations at the end of World War II. She contributed to the creation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Roosevelt was the first chairperson of the United Nations Human Rights Commission. 4. Hillary Clinton. She married Bill Clinton in 1975 after being born in 1947. Hillary Clinton was a formidable First Lady. She was interested in policy making, particularly in the field of healthcare. She advocated for women's and children's issues. She advocated for critical laws such as the Adoption and Safe Families Act. Hillary Clinton was a New York junior senator. In the 2008 election, she also conducted a strong campaign for the Democratic presidential nomination. She was chosen as Barack Obama's Secretary of State. Hillary Clinton became the first female presidential nominee of a major political party in 2016. 3. Dolly Madison. She was regarded as one of the most popular First Ladies. Dolly had previously worked as the White House hostess for Thomas Jefferson. When her husband was elected president, she became the First Lady. She was involved in organizing weekly social events and entertaining dignitaries and members of society. She recognized the value of the White House's national treasures. The British captured and burned the White House during the War of 1812. She refused to leave without salvaging everything she could. Many objects were preserved as a result of her efforts. 2. Betty Ford. She was open to discussing her psychiatric treatment experiences. Betty was also a strong supporter of the Equal Rights Amendment and abortion legalization. She raised awareness about breast cancer. Her candor and openness regarding her personal life were almost unprecedented. 1. Edith Wilson. She claimed to be Pocahontas' direct descendant. She was the prosperous widow of a jewelry business owner. She was a member of Washington's elite. On December 18, 1915, President Woodrow Wilson married her. Wilson proposed 3 months after they were presented. Edith shared Woodrow's interest in politics. Many of Wilson's advisors were concerned about the couple's marriage. They feared it would become a political liability. Edith remained by her husband's side throughout the war and the remainder of Wilson's second term. His advisors were angered and frustrated by her presence. Wilson suffered a stroke in October 1919. During Wilson's rehabilitation, Edith took on the position of steward. She went through his mail and official papers. She was accused of signing Wilson's signature without consulting him in some circumstances. Wilson was able to recover from his stroke. However, he was still partially paralyzed on one side. His League of Nations plan was never ratified by Congress. Wilson, on the other hand, received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1920 for his work on it. He retired at the end of his second term in 1921. 3 years later, Woodrow Wilson passed. Edith devoted herself to gathering her husband's presidential documents. She passed away in 1961, at the age of 89.